introduction because over the last couple of days, the Telegraph has finally managed to focus in on Sadiq Khan and ask what he is doing with his C40s work. So this is part of the headline: no meat, no dairy, and 3 outfits a year. Welcome to Sadiq Khan's plan for London. Now, I'm just going to reinforce here, of course, it isn't his plan. So the Telegraph is spinning this article already. But if we get into some of the meat of the article itself, there were some quotes. This was a quote from the Mayor of London's organisation. It said that this C40 net zero report was published well before Sadiq became chair of C40. The ideas mentioned are not proposals, let alone recommendations, and the Mayor is certainly not suggesting to anyone that they shouldn't eat meat or that they shouldn't fly. It is for cities to determine the most effective implementation pathway for them. So this is a wonderfully spun article. It doesn't get into really the accountability, who is coming up with these plans, who's implementing it. It's a general suggestion that these are only suggestions, and people won't implement them, but cities will. If we go on to the next one here, it said that Sadiq has set an ambitious target for London to reach net zero by 2030. And London is leading the way by insulating homes, electrifying our buses and taxi fleets, and expanding electric vehicle infrastructure to the extent that our capital has the most public rapid charging points of any European city. So we can feel comfortable about that. And it says that the report is a generic analysis of emissions, and it's not looking at any specific C40 city. It's not a plan for cities to adopt. It's up to individuals to make their lifestyle choices, including what type of food to eat and what type of clothing they prefer in a European city. Apologies for the little bit of corruption there. So here's the C40 Cities site, and of course you can see that many cities around the world are drawn into that. This is a quote by the C40 chair himself, Sadiq Khan. He said, "Together we can and we must utilise the power of cities across the globe and continue to lead the charge when it comes to tackling the climate crisis, taking the necessary action now, not in 10, 20 or 30 years' time, but now." That was his statement in COP26. And clearly he's saying that you're going to have to suck this up. This is not a menu on the table that we, the public, are going to pick and choose from. No, he's telling you what's actually coming. Now, the article raised some criticism, which I think is designed to placate the public a little bit. It's a quote from Craig McKinley, who's the chair of Net Zero Security Group. He's also a Conservative MP. And he said, fresh from imposing misery on motorists through his draconian ULEZ expansion, Sadiq Khan appears to be conspiring new ways to make people's lives miserable. So it's all a little bit jokey. Who is this organisation? Well, it was actually set up by Steve Baker. He at least is the chair of the Tory Net Zero Scrutiny Group. But if this is supposed to give us a warm feeling, it doesn't give me a particularly warm feeling, because apparently the group says it accepts the fundamental facts of the climate emergency and the need to reduce emissions. Thereby, it would seem to me that everything else follows in their menu of what we need to do and adapt and what we need to stop eating. So if we bring this into the present reality, we've got to get into the clean air zones. And I can show what happened to me over the last couple of days, because I needed to go to a particular area in Bristol. That brought me into the zone. And so I've had to go through this payment system on the gov.uk site. And you'll see for 2 breaches of the clean air zone, that's a quick 18 quid. So it appears to me this is mainly about making money for the local authorities over and above saving the planet. So we just bring in the article again to ram home the fact that, yes, the Telegraph is talking, but no, they're not drilling into who the global authorities are that are making these decisions to affect not only London and other cities in UK, but cities across the world. And Mark,